Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz. I am so excited you're here. Spellbinders is having a massive sale and I am surprised at how good this is. We just did a warehouse sale and there are elements of this that are even better. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Sarah Liz. I release free printable sentiment kits on the first and third Friday of every month because I'm on a mission to make card making more affordable and more accessible for everyone. As part of that mission, I like to walk you through these really big sales to help you find the best deals to stay on budget. And then if you are going to spend some crafty dollars, you make sure you get the most out of them. So this is the sale as I'm looking at it. It says prices up to 50% off. The average discount in our warehouse sale was 40% off. So I think across the board, we see just an average discount that's a lot better. And then they have this broken down into general categories for you. You'll notice they don't have the doorbuster deals, $1, $5, $10 deals, but there still are some excellent, enormous discounts hidden in here. This includes things like the Crafty Advent Calendar from last Christmas that was tremendously popular. This is almost 70% off. 12 Days of Stitchmas, again, almost 70% off. And the Platinum die cut machine, this is the big one, the 8.5-inch wide opening. And this guy is only $100, down from $230. It also includes the new Super Surprise box. This is a grab bag box for $75. It has $250 worth of products. That's 70% off, my friends. The first grab bag I ever bought was from Spellbinders. It was one of the best grab bags I've ever seen. Very generous, tons of great stuff that I still use. So this is here as well. I'm going to go below the video, click on more or show more. The first way I've organized is by price, and there is a visual supply list version of this. It's also in the description box towards the bottom, item by item. So first we'll find those items that are 60 and 70% off, the greatest discounts. And then we get into bundles. But I don't like to link to just the bundle. I like to link to the whole collection. Let me show you the difference. Down here is the Game Day collection. I love this one. This has all kinds of sports stuff. It's great for Father's Day. I've got 2 little boys, but actually you cannot buy the individual pieces anymore. You can only buy it as a bundle. So if these are things you're interested in, my friends, it's only 30% off. And you have to buy it like this, but you can make a polo shirt, a jersey. It's got all the sports balls. We'll look at it briefly. By contrast, when I look at the happy hour collection, I can see all the different items. This one doesn't have a bundle, but sometimes both are available. And you want to look carefully because sometimes the bundle will be 30% off, but individual items are 50, or the other way around. Or the bundle's 50% off and maybe there's items that aren't on sale at all from that same collection. So I'm going to try to help you navigate that as we're moving through this sale. I don't want to forget to tell you, if you're not shopping at all, I have linked to 2 of my emergency card kit playlists. They're here on YouTube. And these are those free printables that I make. And so if you click on the playlist, you can scroll through dozens, hundreds really of videos with free downloadable sentiments. And then you don't have to spend a penny and you get some fun new things that can refresh supplies you may already have. Next, I have categories. I can get distracted by a good deal, right? An item is $5, it's 70% off, but am I gonna use it? And if so, when? So I know for some of us, shopping by category will work better. Then I have our best deals, things that are 60 and 70% off. And then here we get to those collections again. So when we go to the tabletop, and I'm going to show you card samples and different dies and things that I love, I am going to only show you, or mostly only show you, things that are 50% off. I'm going to try to stick to the best bargains of my favorite products. Okay, I want to keep this as condensed as I can. I do want to mention, I have linked here, and we'll maybe mention briefly if there's time, some collections that are 30% off. So the Simple Vintage Flower Shop, Classic Pooh, Bougie Birthday, those came out in like January and February. They have not gone on sale at all before. So I thought it was worth mentioning in case you've had your eye on them. This is the first discount that we're seeing. Then after that, just like in our visual supply list, I have little dividers that will organize things by price categories. So the first couple categories are very narrow, just a couple dollars a piece separating them. And then I start organizing like 10 to 15, 15 to 20. I only have 2 items over $20, and I think they're like 22 or 21.50. Okay. Again, in that visual supply list, as you scroll down, you'll get place markers for those as well. So you'll know as you're moving through here, hey, these items are starting at $7.50 and they will go up in price as I continue to scroll down. So if you have a real limit on your budget and you're getting to $10 items, you're like, that's not in my budget, quit scrolling, right? You can just stop there and you're not digging through the wholesale and getting distracted by things that really you shouldn't be shopping for. All right, my friends, we're going to go to the tabletop. I do want to mention too that these are affiliate links. If you use them, I make a small commission from the sale. That's the sort of thing that helps me to keep creating free printable sentiments instead of having to teach quite as many classes as I used to. I'm a full-time teacher. So thank you so much for that. All right, my friends, we're going to start with the happy hour collection. I love this one. It's one of my favorites from the past year. And we're going to go high to low. Not all the items are at the same discount. Not all the items are the same price, but they all have this sort of cocktail theme. But I love when Spellbinders does these add-ons. So actually, the first item I want to talk to you about feels like it isn't part of this collection, but it is. It's the Perfect Touch rectangles. It's these rectangles here. They have this really great detail on them. And those are originally $27.99 and they are half price down to $14. And it's a huge set. There's a little tag in the middle. This was part of that collection and I absolutely love it. This glass here, the Sunset in a Glass, is the same price point, but it's only 30% off. So if you're looking for that one, the Sunset in a Glass is one of the few items in this collection that is not half off right now. Then we have the Olive Martini. So I have 2 of those here. This card uses the original die set for the Olive Martini glass, and then this one uses an add-on. So that is a $23.99 die set that is on sale for $12. It's $12, you guys, and it's a decent sized die set. And then you can get the add-ons, the Christmas cocktail add-ons here. I didn't even put it on the glass. I just like made a little card with it. That's that same was $24 is now $12. And then the Halloween add-on is down to $12 as well. So all of the dies we see on these cards, right, are at that same price point and they're half off. Then we have Tropical Flair. You guys, it's got a cocktail umbrella and these little tiny flamingos. Can we talk about these flamingos? He's originally $21 down to $10.50. I love this card and he sort of stands up on his own. That little rainbow is going to be on sale at half off as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This is one of those free sentiments. Actually, pretty much all of these are using my free sentiments. Happy flocking birthday. And then the 3D embossing folder in the background is called Lush Leaves, and it is half off. So originally $17 down to $8.50. I am sneaking this guy in here. This came out in February instead of last summer. I made this card Tuesday. Well, in a video on Tuesday. It's called Love on the Rocks. Let me grab that. This is a big die set, right? We've got our glass and little ways you can build different cocktails. You can do a chocolate covered strawberry that's sort of a heart, little picks that you can put in there. This is so great. So this one is originally $28 and it is half price down to $14. It's the first time that we have seen it on sale. I used it to make a birthday card for my husband in whiskey years. You just got more delicious. Again, free sentiments kind of all over the place. So if you're new here, you're just going to see those a lot. That's what I love to do. Next, we have the Tunnelcapes collection. These are huge die sets, okay? And they create this sort of layered tunnel effect. 3 of them, these 3 base die sets, all start at $33. 99 cents is hard to say, so I'm not going to do that all video long, but they start at $33. And the first 2, the Rainbow Slice and the Tunnel Clouds, are half price at $16.50. This one, we just put the clouds in the corner. This we did in the Weekender. Then one of them, the underwater tunnel that I used, actually not for a water scene, for this guy to create paint splatters. This guy is only 30% off. He's $23.09. But the bulk of this collection is on sale. There's some perched birds that are half price at $12, underwater marine and flyaway. So these 2 sets are half price at $10.50. So this one has like turtles and all kinds of layered fish. They're really beautiful when you put them together. And I am absolutely obsessed with this airplane. There's so many fun things you can do. And so I have him kind of taking off on this fun card. And then there is a stamp set called Typewriter Adventures that coordinates with all of this. It's half price at $7.50. Next, we have the Beads of Friendship collection. That's a huge collection. It's got tons in it, and pretty much the entire thing is half off. So we'll go high to low in terms of price here. The top two items, our highest priced items, are these two, but I adore this one. They are originally $29.99, 50% off at $15. This one is this hand here. And I made like a Taylor Swift card, a Travis Kelce jersey, but the hand is holding the jersey. Think of all the things the hand could hold. I mean, come on. So I love this. And you've got two different hand sort of shapes or positions, and that makes it super versatile to me. Then the other item here is a die and press plate. And I think that's why the price is so high. This has a bunch of like really great sentiments in it. If you want more sentiments, I did release an entire kit that has Taylor Swift quotes in it. Like that's what I have here that would help you to expand the use you can get out of this one. Then our next item is this heart hands, right? This one, they're making the heart hands. You could put all kinds of things right in the middle. It comes with the little dies here to create the bracelet. That guy is $24 originally, down to $12 now, half off. Then we get to this beaded bracelet. Originally $21, it is $10.50, and this has so many pieces. You can make the bracelet, but if you're trying to make shaker bits, look at these. This is brilliant for making your own shaker bits. You could use scraps of your specialty paper. I think this guy is an absolute winner. I think during the warehouse sale, there were pieces here that either weren't at 50% off, and some of them were sold out. And it was like, well, I don't even think I talked about it very much because so much of it just wasn't that great of a bargain. This piece is also $10.50, half price, down from $21. And it has all of those sentiments and then your little stamps and a die for your sort of beaded bracelets. And so I like that this is really, really versatile. The dies from the press plates will cut out the stamped sentiments as well. And you can get just the sort of alphabet letters for your little circle beads. That's what I used here for my fa la 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 la. So I think this is really great. There are duplicates of the letters you use most. So there's a bunch of A's, a bunch of S's, stuff like that. Really versatile. This last piece is $8.50, half price, down from $17. So tons to work with here. Again, this is it for me. This hand right here, that's the piece I love most. There's a second collection that came out at pretty much the same time that coordinates really beautifully with those products. And it's called Shine Bright. There is not a bundle option for this one. And some of it's half price, some of it's 30% off. A lot of this starts at a slightly higher price point. So I'm going to show it to you briefly, but really it's this. It is the sort of press plate disco ball and stencils that are my favorite. So I will definitely point that out when we get there. This piece created the background here. It's the only item that isn't half off. It's 30% off, originally $38.49, now down to $28-ish. And it comes with the dies. Honestly, I don't know why this one isn't 50% off. I'm bummed about that, but keep your eye on it if you're interested. And then we get to this Shine Bright. It's a very small die set, but if you want the stencils that go with it, which is really what makes it so stunning, that's a bundle, originally $37.38, half price now for $18.69. I love it, but I will say that is a little bit time consuming. We made both of these cards at the Weekender and I loved it. I learned a ton of techniques, but it's not something I reach for as often as I thought I would. So keep that in mind. If you're a quick crafter, you just do quick cards, that might not be for you. But this guy, look. You get the 3 disco balls, and I'm missing one because I always take my 2-inch circles out because they fit my emergency sentiments. But you get the 3 dies, the 3 disco balls, and there is an option to get some coordinating stencils. So the disco balls and dies are originally $32, half price at $16. And so that's what I did on these two. I just hot foiled the disco ball onto some matte silver cardstock. Okay, that's it. Really quick and easy. use the dies to cut them out. But on this one, I added on the stencil. It's half price right now. So it's $7.50 for a set of, I think there's like 4 stencils in there. And you can layer it up. I use different sort of inks to create some really great shine and dimension on there as well. I adore that. I made a ton of them. I have them tucked away to use later. So for me, top pick from this collection would be that pair of products. If you don't hot foil or press, like it can go through your better press instead, there is a die version. The deboss on these dies is absolutely insane. And so this guy is originally $28, now down to $14. And I've given away my cards that had those on there, but they're stunning. Okay. So another collection that came out in the fall that we're now seeing mostly at 50% off. Next up is the Envelope of Wonder collection. There are 4 die sets in this collection, and I reach for 2 of them constantly, a third fairly regularly during the holiday season, and then another one I don't reach for much at all, but I don't make a lot of Halloween cards. So let's talk about why I'm talking to you about a die set or a collection that's been out for a couple of years. There's a bundle available right now that has all 4 of those die sets. It's originally $136.36, and it is on sale for $68.18. Okay, so it's half price. But the base die, the Envelope of Wonder, that is my very favorite of all 4 die sets, it makes these flowers that are so whimsical and beautiful. It's on sale 0%. It's not on sale at all. And I'm so bummed about it. What's more, the Autumn Wonder, which is my next top pick, originally a $33 die set on sale half price for $17. Like, it's the mushrooms, you guys. It is these stinking mushrooms. Look how cute those are. But those mushrooms and this die set were just missing for a couple of months. Like, they weren't available at all. So mostly I want you to know, if you're looking at Envelope of Wonder stuff, if this is something you've been thinking about, I don't know what's going on with it, but it might not be around a whole lot longer. There's also the Christmas Wonder that has tons of really small icons that you can easily add to just add a little bit of texture and dimension to a card. Originally $30 down to $15. And then the Halloween Wonder similarly is originally $30 down to $15. And I have given away the samples that I had with that one. But if you're a Halloween card maker, it's super cute, right? It's got little ghosties and tombstones and cats and stuff. It's super, super adorable. Next up is the Build-A-Wreath collection. Everything except the Halloween add-on is half price. So Halloween is 30% off. So that's a $19.59 die set. And honestly, I don't have it. I gave that one away. But there are 2 from the collection that I reach for all the time. And the first is the Birthday Wreath add-on. It's this one. Again, I've linked to the whole collection for you. But this guy, it's a $30 die set, is on sale, half price for $15. And you can see, I use it on everything. The bow on this gift is stunning. You've got the little party hat here. I've used it for Christmas, even though it's a birthday set. I've used it here for the balloons. And then I have some of the little streamers on the pop-up on the inside. This is actually my son's birthday card. If you watched Craft Roulette with Gina and Rena Kay, a week or 2 weeks ago, they were like, yeah, Gina would just steal Rena's birthday cards back after she gave them to, that's me. If I give them to my kids and they're not putting them on display, they're mine again. Thanks, guys. I will take better care of it. Here, I just added like a little party hat to completely other dies. And then the other set I love so, so much from here is the Christmas Wreath add-on. And like, you would never know these are meant to go with wreaths. You just wouldn't. There's nothing in here that is wreath pieces. Those are sold separately. And so I just love that you get all of these different elements. You've got a tree and an ornament and a snowman and a top hat and a lovely bow. That Season's Greetings is in there. I just put the top hat right in the corner. And then here's the tree. This tree. He's so, so gorgeous. And you get your little ornaments and then your little star to go on top. So those are the 2 from that collection that I love the most. Again, they're half off. So this guy is $15 and this guy is $16.50. And these are staples. I reach for these year after year. I keep showing them to you because I think you'll get a ton of use out of them. I love a versatile die set. All right, so then we have the Merry Mug and Circle collection. There are 4 very large die sets in here. and a coordinating stamp set. And I think it's a super versatile collection, but here's the thing. This is one of the weird ones. The bundle is half off. Originally $131, it is on sale for $65.45. But we also have one die set that's not on sale on its own at all, and another one that's only 30% off. So we're gonna go through everything. And then it might be one of those wait and see situations, but I also want you to know it's been out for a while. And sometimes these die sets individually are not available at all. So I have marked on this one. I was like, is this only in the bundle now? Well, it's back available on its own, but I don't know if it will stay that way. And then sometimes pieces are sold out. It's been here for a while, okay? So the most expensive item in that collection is this one. It's Santa's Festive Circle Crew. He's half off, on sale for $16.50 on its own. You get Santa, his hat, right, his mustache and his beard, but you also have some critter elements. So we have like a little head for a critter. The eyes would go here. We have a muzzle for maybe a bear, some ears. Okay, we have some little antlers, a little twirly bob. It's a super versatile collection here. Maybe it's supposed to make a snowman. There's a carrot nose. So lots of cute options in this one. I love, if you're a critter person, this is the one that's not on sale, but I love this one. So this is the Whimsical Winter Critters, okay? And I made a critter here, but I had to make him small to fit in the teacup. He's cuter when he's bigger, we'll just say, but this hat, oh my gosh, the hat. And then there's tons of pieces to repurpose. So you can create like a little sweater to put around his neck. We've got some bunny ears, all kinds of different critter pieces. And one of the things I really love about this set is the earmuffs. So I stole the earmuffs and I put them on one of our disco balls here. You guys, there's so many cute things in here. So again, the only way to get this one on sale is through the bundle. You can try to wait it out and see if it will go on sale on its own, maybe in the next sale. Probably I would say that's probably the next warehouse sale. So that'll be in the fall. Then we have the festive ornaments, which I love. So here, I just have an ornament, right? I actually stole this bow from a different set, but there's some little like drippy topping. There's a little twirly bob. I think I have another ornament in here that I can show you. Like, look how cute these are. They're adorable. And again, this one hasn't always been around. There's some holly in here. There's a buckle. You can just turn this into like a Santa's belts buckle situation. Maybe this is Santa's belly. So cute. He is on sale. What is it? Festive ornaments is $14. So he's half price. And then we have the Merry Mug Creations. This one is only 30% off. Originally $24. He's on sale for $16.79. And that's this teacup. And I've seen people do tons of stuff with these teacups that aren't about holidays, just stacking them up, making some really cute stuff. I turned mine into a little pocket. You could put not a winter critter in there. It would make a really sweet get well card, and maybe you can tuck like some tea in there or something. So there's that one. And then we have Santa's Sip and Sayings. It's the stamp set that's half price. He's $7.50 right now. So I try to point these out to you when I'm like, I don't know how long this is going to be around anymore. Maybe you missed it the first time around. This sold out pretty fast. So lots of great options here. Since we're talking about die sets that have come out a while ago and then pieces aren't available anymore, this is Gnome Drive. Only the base die set is still available, okay? And so that's everything you see right here. We've got the car, the gnome, the present, the tree, sort of a holiday set. I like to repurpose that car and put other critters in it. So that one's from Karen Berniston. A lot of them will fit. He is on sale for $12. That's half price, down from $24. And again, at Spellbinders, that's the only piece of this collection that you can still get. So if you were thinking about it, now is probably the time, or you might not get to. Next up are the Dance and Dies, absolute favorites, I think, of a lot of people. A lot of them are 50% off. A few of them are only 30% off. And then there's a couple that aren't on sale at all, but they aren't even the cutest ones. So I don't know. I'll link to all the Dance and Dies so you can kind of see what the options are. We're going to go high to low. This is Dance and Douglas. He's half off. He's $14, down from $28. It's a huge die set. He's super easy to put together. It creates these debossed details and his little feet dance. And in fact, then I put him on a pop-up. If you want to know how to make this or any of the cards I'm showing you, just search for the name of the die sets on my channel, and there's tutorials for pretty much everything. So that's Douglas. He's a top pick. He really is. I know he's holiday, but I just can't get over it. Then we have Rocky the Dancing Yeti. He's half off. He's $12 down from $24. He is one of two of my favorites that are at that price point. The other is Moose Klondike, and I don't have a sample for you right now, but he came out at the same time as Douglas, and he's so stinking cute. And another sort of bigger set. Then we have the Dancing Day of the Dead boy and girl. Look how beautiful she is. The flowers in her hair. These are the Envelope of Wonder flowers that I love so much, in case you missed it. But these are $11 down from $22. Then there are a bunch of Dancin' dies that are $16.99 originally, and a bunch of them are half price at $8.50, including this Dancin' Penguin that I love so much. The Dancin' Birthday Monster, I don't have a sample right now, is on sale for $8.50. Here's our penguin. The Mummy, there's a Dancin' Mummy, I think is half off. And then the Dino that doesn't dance but came out with all the monsters is half off at $8.50. Then there are two that are that same $16.99 originally, but they're only 30% off. I'm going to show them to you because these are absolute favorites, not just of mine. These sell out sometimes, and then I get sad. It's the Dancin' Birthday Dragon and the Dancin' Grim. Look at these, you guys. Look how cute they are. And he just like swings back and forth. You guys, this is not rocket science. I just followed the coloring that was on the packaging. And then here's our little Grim. I released a set of birthday sentiments to coordinate with Halloween products because I wanted the Grim so bad. And I wasn't sure who I would give that card to. So the number one cause of death is too many birthdays. So if you have Halloween stamps or Halloween dies and you're like, I don't ever reach for these because I don't know who they're for, search for Dancing Grim on my channel and you should find that download. I had to. They're so cute. Sorry. So they're 30% off. They're $11.89 instead of the half off. So I still think they might be worth it. They don't always go on sale, especially that dragon. I don't think I've ever seen him half off for what it's worth. Then we have the smart glasses. These coordinate with so many of our dancing critters. They came out with those critters, like the original birthday set. And so you can give them glasses or sunglasses and do lots of stuff. I just created a background on this one and kind of chopped it up for my pattern paper, but that's a great option for you as well. Okay, I think that's all I have for our Dancin' dies, but these are favorites. I hope you find some fun stuff in there. Next, we're moving from dancing critters into just critters. So there's a collection called Cats and Pugs. It has a bunch of different die sets and a stamp set, and everything is half off. So again, you can get there from collections, but I kind of want to walk you through what I have and what I love. From high to low, we start with the big cat and big pug. This is the big pug, and I just made like a little shape card out of it. These are originally $43 and they're half off. So they're $21.50. I don't have my cat version, but there are like two giant die sets that will make those two critters for you. There's also a big bicycle die set that came out in that collection, originally $40, on sale for $20. If you watched, is it today's video? My video that came out this morning, I was like, hey, if you get the fridge from the clubs, there's a wine and the big bicycle die set. So just a heads up, that's half off. Then we get the Party Puggles. Look at him. He is so stinking cute. And so there's basically like a small pug and a small cat die set. The pugs are more expensive. Originally $28, it's on sale for $14. I think it's because it has more accessories. So we have a top hat and a present. We have like a cupcake. I talk about this guy in the fridge video too, because you could put the cupcake in the fridge. Like there's so many great ways to stretch this die set. And then the cat set has two different ways you can do your cats. And then there's this little banner and there's a stamp set that coordinates with it. It's on sale for $7.50 and it will fit the sort of swoop of that banner. And then we have cat and pug accessories. So you can put like funny glasses, right? And these look like Harry Potter glasses. I'm going to show you a card coming up that uses those. little antlers. You can put like a little kerchief on them. That's what I did there. So tons of options. This guy is on sale for $12. This guy and the kittens, they're both on sale for $12, originally $24. So that whole collection is half off. I love that. It took this one a long time to get to half off. Because we're talking about critters, I have a couple more I want to show you. I don't necessarily want to show you a whole collection. So we're going to start with the peacock butterfly. We're going high to low again. Originally $30, this guy, and I used him as a sliding closure on that card. He is originally $30. He's down to $15, and it's so beautiful. Like this one. Oh, I love this one so much. So there's that guy. Then we have this dragonfly. Did you see this when it came out? I love how stunning those wings are. There's a couple ways to put the dragonfly together. Originally $27, on sale for $13.50. This one I made so that it will light up. I made tons, I mean tons of dragonfly cards. Then we have the woofer treat, you guys. And this one just like is on a wobbler, so he dances. I thought when I got him that this was a dance and dine, but he's not. So I made him dance my own way. It's like a little plastic spring back there. And then this is Disco Dottie, Roller Disco Dottie, and she's so cute, and it's really easy to put her together. There's like one piece that fits behind the body, and then we have our roller skates. So our woofer treat is half off, so $8.50 down from $17, and Dottie is only $6. She's $6, you guys, down from $12. Tons of great critter options. So this is Nicole's Needlework. There's no bundle option, but everything is half off individually, and we start with Gathering Stitches. I love this. There's no actual stitching required. It's going to cut this little piece here so you can have like a cross stitch. Is that what that is? Cross stitch or embroidery hoop. And then it has this stunning rainbow, and there's all kinds of different shapes and sizes of bows to put in there. So I'm going to show you. This guy is originally $30, on sale for $15. I have that rainbow right here, and I just put some acetate behind it, and you can see, maybe if I lay that flat, the different bows that are in there. I love that. I don't have one with this hoop made out of paper. They do have some made out of like a really lightweight wood that I use to make this guy. And then there's pieces that are meant to fit in here, like the rainbow fits in here. So that's our most expensive piece. But next we get to the faux embroidered spruce and the faux embroidered pumpkins. I'm saying that very carefully, my friends. These are half off, so they're $10.50 down from $21. And here's our spruce. This one's a little fuller, but I love it both ways. I think it's really stunning. And you can just kind of cut the two pieces and then put a little extra greenery on there, and you're all set to go. I used the pumpkin from the faux embroidered pumpkins right here. He's a nice big size. And then over here, this is the hat from the faux embroidered pumpkins, and I turned it into a sorting hat. These glasses are from the cat and pug accessories. So both of those are sort of repurposed from something else. And then finally, there's a couple other pieces in here. This is the Needleworker toolkit. It's $6, half price down from $12, and it's so stunning. You get like the little bird scissors. It's just this little bitty die set, but it's so, so stunning, and I love that a lot. So I hope that this gives you sort of a picture of what's in the sale, what's on sale, how to be careful as you're looking at collections. I will link in the description box below then to individual collections, but then by price through all of the stuff that I've just shown you. It might not all fit, so you can use the visual supply list if you get to the bottom of the description box and you don't see something you're looking for. And that will have everything. There's just sort of a limit on how much space you get in that description box. Friends, I would love to know if you liked this style of a sale walkthrough, or if you would prefer I go back next time to going through it by price from low to high. I wanted to try something different to see if that was more useful, but I'm always up to put things together however it works best for you guys. I'll link at the end here to the emergency card kit playlist in case you're looking for some more freebies. Thank you all so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.